we have percentage of a quantity. Alright? Sometimes we get given a whole amount and we need to find a percentage of it. And that's what we're going to do today. Okay? Just a couple of steps. Okay. 1. Step 1. We're going to express. Does everyone know what express means?
Express your feeling.
It means just to write.
Ah.
Okay? We're going to express or write the required percentage. Alright, we're going to express or write the required percentage as a fraction. Alright, and we learned how to do that last lesson, didn't we? In the last couple of lessons, we learned how to make fractions out of percentages and percentages out of fractions. If you remember that one, we need to check that video. 2. Step 2. We're going to change the of. Because when we see these questions, they're going to be written as a percentage of. Okay? Change of. Alright? To a multiplication or times sign. Okay, we're going to use that sign. And step 3. We're going to look for either a written or mental strategy. Alright, either a written or mental strategy to complete the multiplication. Okay, and no matter what strategy you use, you still have to write it down. So if you used a mental strategy, you still have to write down what you did. A written strategy might be a little bit more explicit. Okay? We all good with that? Alright, so in the notes that you've already written down, it was suggested to use some written strategies. Okay? Here are some useful written strategies. We've got 4 of them. Alright. To find 50%. What do you think you might do? Remembering that 50% is a half of 100.
Half 100. 50.
So find 50% of anything. So say I have 24 students in the room and I want 50% of them to go and do something else. What might I do to that number 24 to find 50%?
Half it.
Half it, yeah? So we can divide by 2, which is halving, isn't it? Or multiply by 1/2. Same thing. Yeah? Alright. Oh, it's squeaky on the board. 10%. Based on what we've just done, what do you think I might be able to do? I want to find 10%.
Divide by 10.
Divide by 10. What else could I do? If I can divide by 10, what can I multiply it by? 1/10. can't spell the word multiply. Alright. A third one. I think I'm taking up too much space here. To find 25%. What do you think I might do? Dominic.
Divide by 4.
Divide by 4. Yes, excellent. Why am I going to divide by 4?
Because 25% is a quarter.
Because 25% is a quarter. Which means what can I multiply it by? 1 over 4. Alright, and the last I'll point on in the notes, I won't worry about putting it up because it's 1%. If I want to find 1%, what do you think I'm going to divide by? 100. That's pretty easy, isn't it? Yeah? What could I multiply by if I wanted 1%?
100.
1 over 100, yeah?
Yes.
Alright, make sure you copy that down. So, finding a percentage of a number. This is the big idea that we are doing. So we're going to find the percentage of these two numbers, and then we're going to solve our word problem. Okay. Finding percentage of a number, we have 30% of 50. What are some strategies we could use? Based off the ones that we did on the board before.
Divide it by
We want 30% of 50. We can divide it by something. What we can do is we can actually divide it by 10 and find 10% and then times that by 3. That seems pretty easy, doesn't it? Or we could divide it by 100 and then times that by 30, but I think by 10 and then times it by 3 is a little bit easier. So, let's go 10% first. Okay? So, we go 10% of 50. Let's follow our steps. So we need to change that to a fraction. So what is that as a fraction?
1 over 10.
1 over 10 times 50. What's 50 divided by 10? Because that's all that really says is divided by 10. So what's that?
10. 5.
5. So that equals 5. So 10% is 5. We can go 5 times 3 because 3 will be 30%. Because we found 10%. So we times 10 by 3 to get the 30%. What's 5 times 3?
15.
15. And there's our answer.
25.
Does that sound alright?
Yeah.
There's a couple other ways we can do it. We're just going to do it one way today. 15% of 400. 15% of 400. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm actually going to use 10%. Because what can I do to 10% to find 15%?
You can times it by 3 and then half it. 5%.
I could times it by 3 and then halve it.
No, you get it 5%.
Or I could halve it and then times that by 3. Alright, so we've got a couple of different things we can do.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Let's find 10%. We're going to find 10% of 400. So how am I going to write that out? What's my fraction going to be?
1 over 10.
1 over 10 times 400. What is my answer going to be?
40.
40. So 10% is 40. So which way would we like to do it? Would we like to divide and then multiply?
Yeah.
Or multiply then divide?
Divide them all.
We want to divide then multiply?
Yep.
So we're going to go 40 divided by 2 because we're going to halve it, aren't we? To get 5%?
Yep.
What's 40 divided by 2? 20. And then what do we need to times 20 by to get our 15%? 3. And what is 20 times 3?
60.
60. Okay. So over here, 30% of 50 equals 15. And 15% of 400 equals 60. So now we have our word problem. We have Jacqueline. Jacqueline has $50 ready to go buy some jeans. She tries on a whole bunch, but only really likes 2 of them. One pair is normally $70 but has a 25% discount. One of them is normally $80 and has a 40% discount. Can she actually afford the jeans? So first of all, we need to find 25% of 70. Alright, and this is the interesting thing with word problems. They often have a lot of information in them that don't really make much sense together. Alright? We don't really need that she tried on lots of different pairs. Okay? So it's in there to try and confuse you. And then we need these ones.
Make us right.
Okay? So, we want to find 25% of 70. What can we do to find 25% of 70?
Divide it by 4.
Divided by 4. Why am I dividing by 4?
So you divide it by 2 first.
Because it's quarters.
You divide
It's
it
quarters, so we want to divide by 4.
Wouldn't you divide it by 2 first and then 4?
Why, when you can just divide by 4?
Like 35 and then...
How do you just divide by 4?
Wouldn't work. That wouldn't work, never mind.
What is 70 divided by 4?
It is. Well, it wouldn't go evenly. Because you cross out the. I'm confused. I lost my spot.
It would be 17.5.
Which is in money terms?
$17.50.
$17.50.
Calculated that.
So there's the discount. So, that's our discount.
Yeah.
If that's our discount, what is the actual price of the jeans? So it's 70 minus $17.50. What is $70 minus $17.50?
Remember.
$52.50.
So she can't afford the first pair of jeans.
Alright. So she can't afford the first pair of jeans. Alright. So cannot buy what were these, the EV ones? Doesn't have enough money, does she? Because she's only got $50 and they're going to be $52.50. Alright, let's see if the next jeans are affordable. So now we want 40% of $80. What can we do here?
For 1 over to find 10%.
Find 10%? So how do I find 10%?
Something.
I'm going to go 80 divided by 10. What's 80 divided by 10?
8.
8. Alright, now I want 40%. So I'll just make a note that I'm doing it with 40%. So it's going to be 8 times 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are 8 fours?
20. No. Something.
32. Well, are we
32?
seeing if she can afford 1 pair of jeans?
Yeah, we're going to see if we can buy any of them. $32 is the discount. So we want to go 80 minus 32. What is 80 minus 32?
48.
$48.
She can buy the
Alright. Can buy
But
next jeans.